Good morning, everyone. Happy day. Happy scrumming. Today is Thursday, where we do our 4R Thursday roles, requirements, reviews, and retros. I'm talking about retros today. I want to talk about applying the 80-20 rule for your reviews. And don't try for perfection. Even professionals need to practice a few times. And this is a big mistake a lot of new Scrum Masters do, and a lot of senior Scrum Masters do, or Agile coaches. They insist that when you do your and even team members, because they're taught a certain way, they just don't understand the dynamics, to be honest with you, that the whole company should be at your sprint review. And that can be pretty daunting and scary for people, especially for people that haven't done a sprint review or demonstrated the product, really never been held accountable. That's what sprint review, to be honest with you, is part of it, for what they did and show off their wares and promote themselves. A lot of people are scared to do that, right? They don't want to make waves or make it look like I'm too good or the team did too well, because it might bring more work to them. They get scared. So let's talk about that today here on the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum show. And the idea of sprint review. Now, the sprint guide talks about optimal way of doing that, right? The sprint guide is the optimal way. The most highest performing is if you do purely what the sprint guide says, you'll probably be up there high performing. Most places don't. And there is a working their way to the full level of the sprint guide. And some places take forever. Some places never get there. Some places said they tried Scrum, but they really never really got to Scrum, right? The most performance, max performance. And one of the areas is sprint review. I had a group the other day talking about, sprint review. That's supposed to be all the stakeholders are supposed to be there or whatever. And it goes back and forth, right? And why do I do it? I already demonstrated stuff. Maybe there's some QA people, some technical people, Scrum Masters, product owners. I already showed it to the stakeholders. Why do we need to do a sprint review? I already got their approval. I already approved the story. There's no need to do it. So there's all these distractions. But a lot of times it's just people are afraid to demonstrate to a lot of people. And the way you do that is you don't create fear, antitrust situations in your team. You as a Scrum Master or Agile coach, your job is to make it not easy, but push them to a level. Maybe they haven't done a sprint review in a long time. Maybe it's been a year or two. Who knows, right? Maybe it's a new team you're just forming. You don't need to invite the entire company to your first couple sprint reviews. Make them practices. Have them do it. Just do a sprint review with your teammates. Show what it would look like. Practice how you would run it. What do you think it would do? Get your feet wet a few times, but do it, right? It doesn't have to be 100%, and that's the 80-20 rule. Being 80% there is good enough, right? It doesn't have to be 100% at when you first start. You will learn how to do it better. Your team will learn it's not that scary. Your team will learn how to take criticism, because I'll be honest with you, the team is more critical of their skills and what they delivered than probably other people are. Though other people come in, there will be people out there like, oh, this sucks, this is terrible. That will happen. But the more times they do it, they get, like I was talking today about the next play. There's always the next play, and have that next play mentality. So there are people who are going to ridicule it or say it's not good. It's going to happen. I'm not saying it's not, right? You can do all you want. There's always somebody out there that's going to say it sucks, right? So I'm just being honest, but start at the 80% level. Be 80% happy. Have your team get there. Then when the team does it, invite the boss, right? And then invite the boss's boss or whatever to your thing. And then invite other stakeholders. But one thing, be careful. If you go too high and you don't invite the stakeholders, they're going to get a jealousy or an upsetness, because you shared something to a higher level person who may talk to their boss, who may talk to them before they saw it. So you have to be delicate. So like your boss, you can invite them to your sprint review, right? And then the next one, when everybody looks okay and the boss is happy, boss is not scared, because I'm going to tell you, there's going to be bosses out there that are going to be scared of you inviting people outside their boundaries their level of control to these sprint reviews, to your review. So think about that as well. They're going to be fearful too, right? Trust me. Bosses have the biggest fear factor. And you say it all the time, but then you ignore it. That's the favorite part. People say, "Oh, my boss is scared of this. Boss is this. Blah 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 blah." But yet you ignore that and don't try to help alleviate that pain threshold for the boss, which is sad because you identify it, but then you drop your job as a scrum master or an agile coach, and you don't try to alleviate that fear factor, right? That's your job as well. Coach up as what was down, right? People forget to do that as scrum masters. It's amazing what they forget. I do too. I'll be honest with you. There's times I don't. And then I pick up like, oh, shoot, I didn't do that. Uh-oh, I got to go do that real quick, right? Sometimes you got to do that. So we're going to do this. Hey, don't worry about it. Everything's good. We got with Dremel. We're going to do it with you. We're going to make sure you're good before we do the rest of the stuff we want to do. You don't instantly hit them with a hammer. It's going to hurt, right? So when you do a sprint review with a new team or a team that hasn't done it for a while, start out with just the team members. Have them do that. Make them feel comfortable. That's the beauty also about smaller time boxes. Like if you have a month-long time box, then you only get to do a review every 4 weeks. If you do a 3-week or a 2-week or a 1 week, a 2-week or a 1 week, or more optimum, you get more reps on doing those reviews. They get more comfortable quicker, and you magnify your time. You magnify the effect of what you're doing quicker. And I will say, what's the benefit? Why just the team? A lot of times people are so head down on what they're doing, they don't know what other people are doing on the team. But there's going to be a time when they have to come back and look at the code and do stuff or fix a bug or fix a problem. And the same goes for like businesses. And maybe this is drift, but you can apply this into businesses. Some people just do one job all the time, but sometimes you need a review, show everyone how you're doing it. If you've made an improvement to a process, think about this. You're a coffee shop. You have a wait staff, you have counter help, you have the barista, right? You have people that clean the place, right? They all have things they can demonstrate what they do or talk about what they do, right? And share the work that they have done. Like I invented this new coffee. Participant might be, I got this. Oh, I have a new pastry, or I have a new way of making flow better in the shop, or these are the problems with cleaning. If you use this kind of utensil or this kind of product, it sticks to the table. And then I got to use caustic chemicals to clean the table off. So maybe we stop serving that, like add on to something because it makes the place a mess and it gets all sticky and the customers don't like it, right? So there's all these different things that you can talk about in a review, even as a company. So I brought that in because it applies to everyone, right? How do you do that? Bring everybody in the team. Then you bring the boss, and then you bring other people, maybe you bring other, like if you have more than one operation, maybe you bring other people from other shops into your review, right? When you review how you're doing that month or that week or those 2 weeks, you don't have to do it all the time. But I just wanted to share that with you is don't get all obsessed with having to get everybody and their brother, the whole company, show up your sprint review. You can start off with just the team, get them used to it, work your way through it. Okay? With that, I want to wish you the best. I want to wish you a happy scrumming. I want to wish you a great day, and we'll see you soon. And have fun out there. Enjoy the sprint review. I always enjoyed sprint review. I always loved watching people show off their wares. I get proud of the people that do it. Yeah, they might get some shots, but you know what? They did some good work, and other people get to see it. And that's another thing I talked about in the past. I'll talk about in the future. All right, take care, everyone. Have a great day. See you soon. Bye.